Hello everyone. Thank you to come on board to our shows. We started to want to share experiences on developments. So my name is Vincent Choi from RP Texture Architects, and this is my friend Anna Wundt. I'm grateful that she can come on today's show, a quiet show, to share some of her experience. Now, before we start this, I want to ask those that watching, please like, subscribe, and share this information for those who is interested in subdivision land development. So today we share some tips, and learning something from some developers' pitfall. Okay, so Anna, so tell me a bit more about yourself. What do you do and your experience?
Thank you, Vincent, for your invitation today. I'm a real estate agent working with commercial real estate group at the moment. So I've been working with them for a year. So I specialize in industrial and starting to do a bit more on developments as well. So so I have more than 10 years experience from overseas and in Australia now.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I think in our industry, often we meet a lot of developers, and we come across a lot of development projects, especially for your situation, to sell developers permits and plans. There's often a lot, right? And for my case, I have a lot of developers come on require architectural services to design projects. So I find there's a lot of common ground, between your industry and my industry, and I see probably a lot of pitfall in terms of some I would call some can be costly mistakes from developers. And today, we have the opportunities to share one of your projects. Do you want to talk a little bit more about the projects?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Vincent. One of the problems.
No names, and we're not interested about who are the developers.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, who was the designer? It's nothing about this. It's more to understand or to share what is the things that we can they can do better, and what's the pitfalls in the process.
Yeah. So this property is actually very interesting. So it's located in Doncaster. So the owner is actually apply for a permits to sell it. So the whole purpose is can sell with a better price instead of the vacant property. So
of course, they all want to get a better price.
Yeah, it is always is a common things. I think nowadays, since the last year, you've been seeing a lot of people doing that a lot. So I've been recommends quite a number of my clients by looking into this project, and all these my clients are actually have very experienced. They are a full-time developers and also a builder as well. What happened on this project is very interesting. Is the size of land with the 30 units of the townhouses and
30.
Yeah.
It's not a small project in Doncaster area.
Yes, it's especially is a very, very good area. People willing to pay more to live in this area. And looking at it, a 3-story townhouse plus a basements. And
okay, how many bedrooms?
It's a 4 bedrooms with 3
three levels.
Yes. Yeah. So in the first level and the second level, you have 2 bedrooms each level, but on the level 1, they have 2
the ground
bathrooms.
floor, is it?
No, the ground floor they only have a powder rooms.
Yeah.
Where the kitchen is there, the lounge is there, the dining area is there.
It's quite small. I think I have the plans here at my background. Maybe I zoom in just to give some ideas. I know people who's watching on YouTube maybe too small, but just give you some ideas, right? It is quite narrow. I think probably less than 5 meters in terms of width.
I believe so.
It's really tiny, small. The kitchen, dining, and living, and then there's only the ground floor.
Yeah, and by looking at it, it's not a problem. Seems like it's a very, very nice layout. But if you're looking into the size-wise on the width, and it's actually not really, you look at 6 seats on the dining area, so that means this is not a big not a big townhouse. Sorry about that. I've been selling too many industrial, so get used to mention about warehouses, and and you're looking in the base, so to park the cars is actually going into the basements. So what I didn't like about car park space is
You want to show?
you
I
look at
can-
very interesting.
Yeah. This is
You-
a project has a basement car park. Now it's interesting. I've been doing a lot of designs for over 25 years in residential. I haven't really come across car parking design like this, for units. You can see that they have a lift actually.
Yes. So to have a lift means that this property is sell with is a premium property. So you will pay more to buy it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 4-story to have a lift. I think it makes sense, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
So you can anyone's like from older age into a young girls, you can actually live in that area without need to move to any place. This is a very nice, but how much can you sell with a small
I'm trying to load
building
the car
areas of
park.
a townhouse?
Okay. Got a car park here. Let me load it up here.
You look at the car park space where the car parks is actually you have one car parking at the front and the other second car in the block at the back there. So it's not convenience. So you have to the car from the back have the front you have to actually to move out.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say the front. It's actually the car have to actually to get out on the second car on this side. You have on the second side. Where is it? To show from here. So you have to. So the car have to move out for this car to get out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense at all.
I think definitely my wife wouldn't like it, meaning that you have to, if you want to have another car parking or move out, you need to move the car at the front. Honestly, I think if I can pay $1.2 to $1.5 million for a house like this, I wouldn't expect that kind of car park layout. I think that is a big problem.
But and with the lift, do you think it's actually you will want to sell 1.2? The question mark here. So you must sell between at least more than 1.5, 1.6 to be a premium property.
So I think in the ways that these projects have I think a catch-21.
Yeah.
Meaning that yes, they want to sell higher in terms of the selling price, but the design quality is not matching to the price level they are selling. Because I think if you can pay to 1.2, 1.4, there's a lot more options in the market. You can go to find a lot of townhouses, 2 units townhouses without being a complex with 30 different units. And there's tiny small units, right? Have a car parking layout like this.
Yeah.
I think they will struggle to sell.
What's this called? This type of car park?
Oh, the name is called tandem parking. This is a town planning terms. So meaning that the car they are not side by side, they are front and back. So definitely it's an issue. Any other problems that they have for this developer?
It's very hard to get buyer to buy it.
Buyer,
when
you say buyer, is it developer buyers or you say the customer or the final?
I'm talking about the developer buyer because the owners is not building it, so they sell the whole property with the permit. So someone who want to buy to develop it, they have to look at the cost, the size of each townhouses, and how much can they sell it. And a lot of my clients came back to me after they're doing all the numbers. It's not sellable. Because how much can they sell with a small townhouses, and who willing to pay if they want to be profitable?
Yeah, I think it's a common theme. I think that's the reason why I'll invite Anna to thank you for sharing this story, is that I can see the pain, literally I can see the pains of the developer after spending easily. It's hard to look for a good land, that they pay a certain price, hoping to make a good profit. But by spending easily 2 years on design, town planning, they got an endorsed plans, and then they hit with reality that, oops, those products they designed, the architect designed, it's not sellable. It's not sell. I think everything is sellable. I'm sure from real estate point of view is the.
Oh yes.
Is how,
The
is
one
the
thing
price
you talk
point,
about
isn't it?
real estate is booming. The price can change. Even though you're saying that what you pay for today, the next 10, 15 years, the price will be so much higher than now. So in the time when they actually hit and then grows very short period of time, within 12 months, of course you can see a double up. But when will that be when will be that time? There's a question mark. Like now, it says you're looking at 2020 and 2021. A lot of properties actually gone up so much, like 30-40% higher than compared to 2019.
I think because of partly is a post-pandemic period, with a lot of inflation, people are willing to put the money into properties. I think the price have gone up, right? Shoot up. But at the same time, don't forget the construction costs also shoot up too.
Oh yeah,
so doesn't mean that just because the market price gone up, you think that your profitability gone up. It doesn't work like this, isn't it?
But it's profitable to the owner who owned the property for long time.
Yeah, of course. But it's a holding cost too.
Yeah.
It's how you work out the holding cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think to sum up, these projects, I think that what the developer can do better, I think we sum it up with the 3 points here, 3 tips here.
Yeah.
We say that if the developer can do a better due diligence at the beginnings.
Yeah.
The first one probably is definitely they really need to know the market. A lot of people think that architects knows it, but actually I don't think architects really knows the market.
I thought architects know everything.
No. We don't know everything. We just know some planning regulations, the designs. But I find that in fact the real estate agents they know the products. I mean they know the market. They know what the market wants.
Yes. So we know the market price, and then we know how much we're willing to pay for such the property.
Yeah, I think it's so important to get the.
But we can't design.
Yeah. Oh, that's why we need a team. We need the teams, to work together.
Yep.
And then once you know, how much the buyer willing to pay, and obviously you work out your selling price, and the other thing is I think the developer needs to know the competitors. For the price that you're selling, what will be the options of the buyers has in the market, meaning that if you say, for example, you want to sell between 1.2 to 1.4 million dollars, if you don't buy from you, what are the options out there? What are the competitions out there in the markets? So that will make sure that your product is compatible.
Yep.
It is a good qualities that fit into the price range that the buyers want. And number 3, I think is developers really need to know your profitability. Meaning is that of course they want to know like 20%, 30% profit margins they're talking about. But at the same time they really need to know how much is the construction cost, how much is holding costs. I think it's very important because if you want decided to do like these projects, have a basement car park, different price.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Well, from that regard, I think there's 3 points definitely will help the developer to make probably better and smarter decisions.
Thank you, Vincent.
Thank you so much, Anna, to come on board to share these projects with us. So until next time, see you.
See you.